We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, Young wants a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second and a couple. They run here with Dowdle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
26-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 26. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DJ Wanham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
There's a short one caught by Tonjes. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Purdy now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain of 6.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains, Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Purdy looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Panthers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Shifts by him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Young to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
He spins free, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A running play. It's Dowdle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Dowdle. A minimal gain as we tip down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Young. He'll try and do this himself. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is Evans. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have retaken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
49ers 7.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, he shifts past him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead. In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Young. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second, Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Back deep for the Niners, Sky Moore. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. Purdy off the play fake. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Purdy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. This is fielded at the 27. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That one complete till again. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Young. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now here's Young. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he is going to have a Niners first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 30-yard line.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And this one, a 41-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3, but I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all, but the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers about ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second down and a yard.
Young to throw it.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Young will set to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. 1 second, all that remains.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Final play of the half, Purdy.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, able to avoid him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
By
DJ Waddle.
Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Young. Now he's going to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Young.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Purdy looking to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jennings. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings, 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing, Young. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
This is 3rd down.
Well, see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Looking to throw, Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Young to throw it. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
That's good.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Right back to him on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
To throw, Young.
He'll find McMillan here.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Young now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Off the play fake, Young.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Young now from the 50.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Young's pass intercepted.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The left tackle, Trent Williams, guilty there. McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a
2nd
lot this
down.
afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Nick Scorton.
A 7-yard loss.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A little juke. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Young. quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here is Young. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Young working out of the gun.
To the left side, he's got McMillan.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And this is 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Young.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bryce Young
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field. and work their way into the end zone. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
He was taken down.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
93 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Purdy.
Touchdown!
Jay Tonjes.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, look at the juke.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now Young and the Panthers
down by 12. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They're down to one timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. Here's Young from the shotgun.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now here's Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
He's going to let it fly.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Young.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
4 yards. That's another Panthers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Carolina.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Young to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Niners 31, Panthers 26.
So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.